Hey everyone, I'm Byron Miller. I'm the head of digital scholarship and technology here at the APS, where I run the Center for Digital Scholarship. I'd like to first start this presentation by sending a special thank you to the meteorological team at the CDS. APS Digital Project Specialist Cynthia Hyder has been working very closely with and guiding our fellows Molly Nebbiolo, a PhD student at Northeastern University, and Joe McCook from Temple University's graduate program in public history, as they've worked tirelessly to transcribe these records and release the data to the public. This was a true collaborative effort, and I couldn't have asked for a better team. Next slide. So over the past several months, this team has been focused on digitizing and transcribing historic meteorological records held within the library's collections. Due to the less accessible nature of handwritten data, reliable sets of instrument-based meteorological records calculated before the mid-19th century have been underutilized and often overlooked. This multi-year project to open up this data will see the digitization and transcription of these valuable records and offer users unprecedented access to data that's ripe for analysis and will have implication for scholars of climate change, environmental history, the history of science and technology, and much, much more. Next slide. So during the NEH Cares period, we focused specifically on the records kept by these two handsome gentlemen here, APS members James Madison and David Rittenhouse. Both these men kept detailed records of the weather, and we hold them here within the APS collections. Next slide. The project started over the summer as we focused first on Madison's records. Madison was inspired, rather urged, to start recording the climate on his plantation at Montpelier by his close friend Thomas Jefferson. In 1784, Jefferson wrote to Madison stating, "I wish you would keep a diary recording the weather and natural phenomena. It will be an amusement to you and may prove useful." While Jefferson's interest in recording the climate was certainly linked to plantation farming, he was also motivated by national pride and a drive to disprove European theories that the North American climate was degenerative. Madison learned Jefferson's method and recorded daily weather conditions at his plantation from 1784 to 1793. Alongside meteorological data, which often included temperatures and wind directions, Madison also recorded notes pertaining to gardening and harvesting, when fruits and vegetables would first arrive at tables, sightings of the northern lights, and other weather phenomena. Today, we are finding it most useful, and the data and images are now available in the APS Digital Library for anyone to download and use as they see fit. Next slide. So we've now moved the project onto the Rittenhouse journals. David Rittenhouse was a Philadelphia-based astronomer, mathematician, surveyor, and just all-around curious individual. These observations were taken from 1792 to 1805 after his death and contained much of the same information as Madison's, with the addition of astronomical observations, including pictograms, as seen here on the right. The team's about halfway done with the transcription, and it seems likely that we'll wrap this up by the end of the year. Next slide. So we also got to have a little fun with this project. So while providing access to this newly opened information is an important first step, showing users what they could do with the data is of equal value. To this end, Molly and Joe dove into the data to see what sorts of stories could be told. Using visualizations and drawing on other APS material, the team put together two individual stories. One using Madison's garden to tell the story of transatlantic seed trade, and one that uses the 1791 drought to show the impact on both crops and the labor force at Madison's Montpelier. I really encourage you all to check out this exhibit, as it really shows the potential for how useful this material can be for research. Next slide. So I ended on this visualization created by Molly. It shows the argination of the makeup of Madison's garden. The map also signifies how wide-ranging this project is. This is only the first phase of a collaboration between the APS, the Thomas Jefferson Papers at Princeton University, and the Center for Digital Editing at UVA. Together, we're going to explore the possibility of creating a federated portal of historic meteorological records. We think this project is going to be pretty big and will definitely have a big impact on the research community. So please stay tuned, as there'll be lots more to come. Thanks.